The last video I made on this channel was called Passionate Apathy, in which I was critical of supposedly burned out atheists who make it a point to seek out debates between theists and atheists and then express their disdain for arguing about religion, and who advocate abstaining from arguing, period, for various reasons. There were a couple of people I consider to be intelligent who wondered if I was referring to people like them because they had made arguments against other atheists. No, I want to make it very clear. If you see an atheist saying something you disagree with, by all means, argue away if you wish. I have no problem with that, as long as you have good reasons and sound arguments. What I was trying to say in my video is that examples like these are not good reasons or sound arguments. I don't think that atheism should be the driving force in my loyalties, so I wouldn't expect that of you either. Perhaps I should have been more explicit in my video. I was referring to people who don't simply wish to address poor argumentation. I was referring to people who claim that there shouldn't be any argumentation, or that argumentation does no good, regardless of the merits of said arguments. I think perhaps I shouldn't have focused on the God debate and atheists, because the type of sentiments I'm talking about can be seen spread across every topic throughout the entirety of the internet, from sports and politics to video games and movies. The reason I focused on theology, however, is because that's where I'm often arguing, so that's naturally where I see it most. But like I said, you can see it anywhere. I was just watching a video about personal finance, and in the comments section I read through a rather protracted debate regarding IRAs, inflation, the virtues of investing money versus living in the moment, etc. Now, I read through this long thread of sort of heated comments, none of which really bothered me. But when I got to the last comment, it bothered me. I realized that the comment would probably seem like the most benign and friendly of them all by most people's standards, but it irritated me the most. It caused me to get that same feeling that originally inspired me to make that Passionate Apathy video. I realize it's not exactly like the examples I gave, but it's in the same vein of trying to shut down discourse. And that's what I have a problem with. People trying to shut down discourse. The first part of the comment is not too bad. It says, "You guys obviously forgot how to be awesome. Just chill out. No reason to be sarcastic, especially if you're trying to explain your point of view. You don't need to put someone down to feel better about yourself." Now, there's a few little nitpicky things I could say about that, but I don't really perceive a huge problem with it. It's the last part of the last sentence that annoys me. It says, this is the last part, it says, "Also, I think that it's each to their own." Okay, yeah, we know that. It's your money. Do whatever you like with it. Yeah, okay, whatever. We don't need you to tell me that. And here's the part. "Let other people live their lives unless they ask you for advice." Oh, go fuck yourself. It's a YouTube comment section. Everyone in that discussion was there of their own volition. They chose to be there. They weren't forcing each other to do anything. In fact, being there, engaged in that discussion, is exactly what they wanted to do. And your attempt to discourage them from doing what they wanted to do is exactly the same kind of thing you're attempting to speak out against, isn't it? Not only that, but you're basically telling them that they shouldn't offer unsolicited advice while you're offering them unsolicited advice. It's like the idiots who tell me that I should just let people believe whatever they want to believe. How am I not? I'm not forcing anybody to believe or disbelieve anything, and I don't think I could even if I wanted to. And if you really think that the mere voicing of my opinions and beliefs is somehow forcing other people's beliefs, then the very statement, you should let people believe what they want to believe, is a violation of itself. I was going to stop the video here, but when I said, go fuck yourself, it reminded me of something I hadn't thought of in a really long time. A memory from my childhood. I was a real little kid when this happened. Early 1980s. I was born in 1976, so early 1980s. I was still a pretty little kid. I'll put up a picture somewhere, here, of what I looked like when I was a little kid. Amazing, isn't it? Just keeps getting prettier and prettier, right? Anyway, I was in the kitchen with my brother, and we were fighting. We were always fighting. My house was like a gladiator arena, the Colosseum. Our fights were like impromptu arms races, in which every object in the house was a potential weapon. We'd chase each other around, and until one of us would grab some kind of dangerous object to use against the other, and chase the other one around until that one could find a weapon that would trump the other one, and then the chase would go the other way. Anyway, I'm going on a tangent here, but so my brother and I were in the kitchen fighting. He's 3 years older than me, so I'm looking up at him, and I said, go fuck yourself. I'm a little kid, go fuck yourself, right? And I never forget my brother's reaction to this. He he looks down at me and he says, and how exactly am I supposed to do that? Little fucking kids, how am I supposed to do that? And I said to him, I said, what, you want me to draw you a fucking diagram? And my brother, being the evil genius that he is, he said, yeah, actually I would. So I being the insufferable smartass that I am, I run off and scrounge up a piece of paper and a pencil, and I come back and sit down at the kitchen table and start drawing away. I draw at the top of the page in nice, neat block letters, "How to fuck yourself," which is apparently a 3-stage process, because I drew 3 pictures. Picture number 1 was of a guy standing there, and he's stretching out his penis, and step number 2 is him wrapping said penis around his hip, and then step number 3 was him inserting his penis into his own ass. And I took this paper with my drawing on there, and I sort of gingerly handed it to him, and I said, "There's your instructions, and now go fuck yourself." And he looks down at this piece of paper, this lovely drawing, and I see this look of glee, sort of spread across his face as his devious little plan comes to fruition. And the next words out of his mouth stopped my heart and made my stomach drop. He looks up from the paper and starts kind of backing away from me and turning toward the living room. He says really loudly, "Hey, Dad! Look at this picture Johnny drew!" My dad was usually proud of my artistic endeavors, but on that day, not so much. Hey, as long as I'm just bullshitting with you guys, I wanted to show you something that I got in the mail from YouTube. I got a package in the mail from YouTube. This nice cover letter. Very, high quality stuff here. This is heavy. I don't know if you could see this. It's a plaque. Silver plaque. It says, congratulations for surpassing 100,000 subscribers. Really nice. Thank you, YouTube, for this. And, by the time I got this, I had already surpassed 200,000 subscribers. And this has been sitting here for a little while. I got to figure out where to put it. And as of right now, I have surpassed 300,000 subscribers. So, thank you guys very much. You guys are a big part of that. And thank you. And thank YouTube. I really appreciate it. I don't really have words to express how much I appreciate it. So, that's it. Take care, everybody. I'll see you again soon.